Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of How to Punish. This time we'll be looking at Shao Kahn, who is maybe my second actual design favorite character in the game after Raiden. Yeah, I'm filming this on my stream, so don't be confused if I start talking to stream people and vice versa, YouTube people. Shut up, August. Yeah, so Shao Kahn, boss character. This is the first time, as far as I'm aware, that he's actually been playable in the game. He's a super duper duper sick character, design-wise. Actual gameplay wise, he's not considered one of the better characters in the game. He's sort of, I don't know, outside of VideoGamezYo. Yeah, always. Yeah, that's true. I could ask Video Games. I mean, he's got... So, if you guys want to watch an excellent guide on Shao Kahn, it's an hour and a half long. I mean, just follow the boy VideoGamezYo anyway. If you just search him on anything, it will come up. He's got an hour and a half guide on how to play Shao Kahn. I've watched the first 10 minutes or so. And even then, he's just, you know, he goes into loads of detail about why he enjoys playing the character and which moves he thinks are good. And he said Shao Kahn's not a rushdown character because he has no mix-up, and that's true. And we'll see as we go through the moves on how to punish and stuff. But yeah, he's one thing that he is good at is that he has great range on a few of his normals, which we'll talk about. But he is you have to put in a bit more work with him than you do, say, Garrus to get the damage, but his combos do a lot of damage when they hit. So yeah, he's a bit of a weird character. I think with a couple of tweaks he will be a very, very strong character. But yeah, for now he's considered around sort of B tier, you know, and outside of VideoGamezYo, he doesn't really get seen. I think that there is Jackal, who's an American player from New York. I think he's from New York, who plays him. But yeah, outside of VideoGamezYo, you don't really tend to see much representation of the character. But anyway, as usual, let's start from the beginning. Let's look at his normal buttons. Standing 1, which is a high. Let's just put this on block. Standing 1 is a high, 9 frames. So quite slow for a standing 1, but one thing that he mentions in his video as well, as you can see, the standing 1 range is really far for a standing 1. Usually that's a standing 2 range for most characters, but standing 1, really good range, is a high, but you can punish moves that would usually require a 2 or a forward, or a mid button, but he can punish stuff, as he says in his video, which I really highly recommend. Yeah, that's what I just said. His guide is very, very, very good. So if you want to watch the guide just to get a breakdown on how to play the character, then by all means check it out. VideoGamezYo is his name. Top dude, and very, very, very good Shao Kahn. Well, he's the best Shao Kahn in the world as far as I'm aware. So yeah, standing 1, very good anti-air as well. So be careful when you're jumping in on Shao Kahn, because this is a very good anti-air button into full combo conversion. And as I said, very good range to punish special moves that wouldn't usually be punished by standing 1. I mean, look how far away I'm hitting him from. That's crazy. Look how far away. That is ridiculous for a standing 1 button. But it is 9 frames and high, like all standing 1s are. Down 1 is 7 frames, so that's a bit more normal. Standing 2, -3, back 2. This is an advancing normal. It's a mid, 13 frames, -7, so it is unsafe technically, but he can special cancel it. So be careful if he's poking from this range. The way that Video Games used it on me was to punish my fatal blow. Because I fatal blowed him from about this far away with Garrus, he dashed in and then special cancelled that into his fatal blow. So, special cancelable, mid, that advances. So that's quite a good button as well for Shao Kahn. Forward 2, this button was messing me up as well because I kept trying to backdash to reset after neutral and he was just clipping me with this every time into a full combo. It is a high. So it's -3, it is safe on block, but it is a high. So you can uppercut it or down 1 or... You can just duck it and get a full. That's what Foxy said in chat. Real men duck and full punish. So you heard that from Foxy Grandpa himself. But this is a high, super duper long range. I mean, look how far, because he steps forward and he swings this thing like a beast and tries to catch you out. So be very careful when he's swinging from about this far away, because he can hit confirm it into a full combo. Then he's got his down two, very good down two, as you can see, similar to Jade's in the sense that it's 9 frame startup and it's got a very high hitbox, so very good for hitting people out of the air. Standing 3, it's a high boot, -1. I don't really see him use that very much. You got back 3, which is this big hammer swing. I mean, again, I've never really seen anybody use that. I guess it can be used as an anti-air, but you can't special cancel it. So maybe you can't special cancel it on block anyway. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what you use that button for. Forward 3. Forward 3 is actually one of Shao Kahn's best buttons as well. It's a 10 frame mid, so only slightly slower than, you know, the dreaded forward 3 from Jackie, or, you know, forward 3 from Jax. So it is actually hit confirmable, if I remember correctly, but it's very tough to hit with, because it does have a low string attached to it, but the low part isn't hit confirmable. But yeah, this is a 10 frame mid, so usually the Shao Kahn's I-Fight tends to do it after forward 4, which you can see is plus. It's like any button. If somebody's mashing down 1, this tends to catch them out. But yeah, he can't. Hold on. He can special cancel the forward 3, but it is quite tricky to. Weirdly, that counts as 3 hits. I don't know. Oh, so I guess the donk counts as the first. So they can special cancel this, but yeah. So be careful. That's 10 frames. Okay. August Bunsford says back 3 is a combo starter in the corner. Okay. Oh yeah, I mean, I'd be happy if VideoGamezYo would be happy to do it. I'd be happy to have him on and we can talk about the matchup, because one of the things that he was doing on Friday in the tournament, which if you want to see, I'll be posting my match. My match with him will be up by the time you've seen this anyway. So, and it's actually on the Cyclical. Your game's up as well, Papa Masher, on the Cyclical Gaming website. You versus that Raiden. So yeah, if you want to watch it without my commentary, you can just go to the Cyclical Gaming YouTube, and all of my matches on stream are up there. Or if you want to watch it with my analysis to see what I'm thinking about, you know, if you go to my match analysis guides on my YouTube, you'll see it there. You'll see me getting mopped by his Shao Kahn firsthand. But yeah, forward 3 is special cancelable, so be careful of that, especially after moves where he's slightly less minus or plus. It's not got fantastic range, but having a 10 frame mid is still quite a unique tool. It's not a horrific range, but you know, it's not like he's not going to be pressuring you with it like Jax's forward 3 or like Cassie's forward 4 or whatever, you know, all the 9 frame buttons. And then you've got down 3, 9 frames, -5. Standing 4, which is a high, -5. Mostly this is used for maximum, so you'll see Shao Kahn's will use this, similar to Garrus's standing 4. If they want to get max damage punishes, they'll punish with this into a combo, but usually it's just used as a combo extender, or it's used in the corner. But yeah, usually used to start a max damage combo or as a combo extender. Standing 4. It can lead into a string, which we'll talk about in a minute. His sweep, back 4, as you can see, -2, safe, and the range is redonkulous. I got hit with this, I think, 2 or 3 times during our sets. The first game I played against him on Friday, my first game of the day was against VideoGamezYo. The game started, round 1 fight, he did that and swept me, and I was just like, great, I'm in for I'm in for a bumpy ride. So look, be careful. It's like Baraka's back 4. The range is really, really fast. So just be careful about high blocking from this far away. Or if you're trying to walk back, he's going to catch you out. So if you're trying to, maybe if you're trying to duck the forward 2 and you get the read, and then you just get swept by that instead. So just be careful of his sweep. Then you've got forward 4, which is this big boot, +6 on block. So you have to respect it. I tried to get him a couple of times. I wasn't respecting it. And then afterwards, he just kept punishing me. I mean, +6, he was just going into the forward 3 each time and catching me out. Or, again, from watching his videos a lot, he likes to do forward 4 into down 4 to try and catch people pressing buttons. But yeah, +6, and it's a mid, so you can't duck it, you have to block it, and then he gets almost a free turn afterwards. So usually they can go for a grab, they can down 1, they can forward 3, so just be careful when you're blocking that. Like I said, +6. I mean, you can interrupt it it is interruptible if you're quick enough, but yeah, you just have to be careful. And then lastly, the move that ruined my life, down 4. So what he was doing to me, let's get me in the corner. What he was doing to me a lot, which again is very specific to him. I've never fought a Shao Kahn, another Shao Kahn that did this to me. But what he was doing to me, he was standing 1 and then down 4. Standing 1, down 4. And just, if you look at the range, it's -8, so it's actually unsafe. But good luck punishing it. Look how far away it leaves him when you block it. The pushback is crazy. So, you know, and that's what leaves you in position to get hit with, you know, maybe standing 4 or down 2 if you try and jump, or standing 1. Because I kept trying to jump out the corner, and that's when he would standing 1 me into a full combo. Or, you know, you can back 2 from that far away. So yeah, be very, very careful of his down 1, because the range of it, sorry, his down 4. Because like his back 4, the range is very, very, very far. So, at -8 is punishable, but just be careful. I mean, again, this is more of like a, I'm saying this is a how to punish guide, but this is probably more about how to fight your video games guide, because he's the only Shao Kahn that does half of this stuff. But yeah, down 4 is a very, very good button, and he was telling me on Friday that down 4 is one of his favorite buttons because it's just so strong. So yeah, that's his normal moves. A lot of really good normal moves there, good range. And can definitely catch you if you're moving out of the forward 2. Forward 2 especially will catch you out if you're trying to backdash like I kept doing. He was getting a lot of mileage off that button. So, got 1, 2, -7, and this, he was catching me out with this too, which is -5. Dang, that's actually safe. So 1, 2, I was trying to press a button afterwards, like trying to down 1, because it's -7. So technically my down 1 should punish it, but what he was doing was really smart. He was finishing off the string, and that's actually an on-hit, more or less command throw. And if he does 3, it has a crushing blow attached to it. So yeah, be careful with that if Shao Kahn's do 1, 2. So 1, 2 is that, which is -7, and then he can do 1, 3 at the end, which is -5, which is actually safe. And if you're trying to press a button after the 1, 2, it does catch you out. So that is, it's a frame trap that sets up a crushing blow potentially as well if you keep doing it. Then you got 1, 4. This is sort of his. This is mostly used as a combo starter because it does more damage than 1, 2. Actually, does it do more damage? I think it does the same damage as 1, 2, but it's got a bit more range. It's -3, and if he does 1, 4, 2, the last hit is an overhead, which is -9, but see how far away it staggers you, so even though it's unsafe, you might have a hard time punishing it. I think that looks like there's a gap there, though. You can probably flawless block if you read. Let's have a look. I could be completely wrong. See if I record the right move. Oh. Okay. Maybe you can't. I mean, you can't down 1 it. No, it doesn't have a gap. No, there's no gap. So be careful with that. Oh, you can down 1 it if you're quick. but it'll just trade. Oh, you can flawless block it. Alright, there you go. Yeah, I thought there was a gap. So yeah. Alright, so if you think they're gonna pull the trigger on the 2 at the end, you can flawless block it and get a full punish. So I was gonna say it looked like there was a big gap there. Well, there's Celtic Throwdown. Somebody just said events in August. There's Celtic Throwdown, which is the end of August, which is a ranking event as far as I'm aware, in Ireland. I think it's August the 31st. But yeah, so if they do the 2 and you get the read, it's an overhead, so you have to block it high, and it is safe if he does hit you with it. Well, safe in terms of pushing you away. It's -9, but it's fairly safe. But you can flawless block it and get a full punish. So 2-1, that's a low. That caught me out on Friday too, -5. 2-1-2, -6, more or less safe as well. Don't know if you can flawless block that too. Probably not. The 1 is a low. That's, as far as I'm aware, that's its only low, like, string. 2-1 is his only low ending string. But again, mostly that's used as a combo extender, so it can catch you out, and it is obviously special cancelable, so they go for the side switch. But yeah, and then 2-1-2, -6. So that's high, low, mid. Then you got 2-3, -5, 2-3-2. He caught me out with this as a meaty, actually. He knocked me down, and then he finished off the string, and I got hit with the 2 on the way up, which is -7. I feel like you can interrupt that, maybe. Let's have a look. See, I'm saying I feel like, or it can do, because I've not played many Shao Kahns. He's the first Shao Kahn I played that really smashed me. So that's why I'm just experimenting now. Oh no, hold on. It's not the one I wanted to do. I mean, you can interrupt it with a down 1. You can straight up just interrupt it with a down 1, let alone flawless block it. So my down 1 is 6 frames. You can interrupt it with a standing 1. So if you've got a 7-frame jab, and you're actually quick. Why can't I fucking know? You can actually interrupt that one. So yeah, that's good to know. So that's 2-3-2. That's that string. So 2-3 is actually -5. That's safe on block. But if you think they're going to pull the trigger and you've got a 7-frame standing 1, you can interrupt that string completely and get a full punish. I didn't know that. That's cool. Then you got forward 2-1. So this is the one that was bodying me. So the forward 2, as we've said, is the high, but the forward 2-1 is a mid, -6, and then forward 2-1-2. It's -15. So that's actually really unsafe. But let's see how far it pushes you back. No, if he finishes it off, it's really unsafe. I had no idea it was that unsafe. Forward 2-1-2. Wow. Okay. Make sure you punish that then if they finish that off. I had no idea it was that unsafe. Oh yeah, going back to his down 1 quickly as well. You'll find that a lot of well, I say a lot. Video games was doing a lot of down 1 into down back 3. So just be careful when you get down 1, because you can pull the trigger on it and get you with the combo. So just while I was remembering. So yeah, forward 2-1-2, -15, super punishable. Make sure you punish that. It's got quite a few strings actually. I don't know how practical half of these are, but you got forward 2-4. Oh yeah, that's an overhead. Yep. So you have to block that one high. That's -16 though, so that's super unsafe. But it does push you a fair distance back, and that looks like you can punish it as you can interrupt it as well. You can't do it with a standing one. Can't do it with the down one. I mean, it trades. Let's see if I can flawless block it. I'm sure you can flawless block it. Maybe you can't flawless block it. Oh, you can. Okay. So you can flawless block it. So yeah, I mean, it looks like he's got quite a few gaps in his strings that you can take advantage of by flawless blocking, that maybe matchup knowledge means that people aren't entirely sure how to deal with it. But yeah, forward 2-4, you can 100% flawless block. And it's -16 as well, so that is punishable. I mean, he does push you quite far away, so that might be quite tricky just to get a normal punish on, but if you've got an advancing normal like Garrus's forward 1, you'd definitely be able to punish that, but you can flawless block the overhead if you read it. Forward 3-4, so this is his hit into low. -7, it is unsafe, so if you've got a 7-frame, 7-frame punish, 7-frame button, you can punish it. And I think as well, you can flawless block this too. I know I keep saying, oh, you can, but it's better for me to actually do it and show you guys, and then, yeah. So, even though it is a low, if you read it and you think they're going to do it, there you go. You can flawless block that punch. You did that first time. But be careful, because they can pull the trigger on it if you're just blocking it, normally. And the last component is this grab. So this is what it looks like if you don't block it. So we'll do stance hold. So forward 3 is that you can block high, but then the low can go into this backbreaker. He can't, thankfully, he can't special cancel the 4 into anything other than the rest of the string, which is his backbreaker, and it actually side switches as well. So Shao Kahns might be reluctant to do that on you in the corner because it might throw you out of the corner. But be careful, because the 4 is a true low. So even though you can flawless block it, if you're blocking high, you will get hit with the second part. And then even if he doesn't cancel into the backbreaker, he's at frame advantage because he's hit you. So just be careful. Be careful. The 4 is a low, and he can pull the trigger on the 1-3 if you try and press a button afterwards, and you will get hit by the backbreaker. But the backbreaker is, I think it was -15 or 16. So if they do pull the trigger on it, -16, yeah. So you can get a big punish of it if you read that right and you block it, the backbreaker. And finally, you have this button, Conquer All, plus another move that leaves him +6. So he was doing this a lot as well on the weekend against people, video games. I actually thought it was 2 highs, but it's not. It's high mid. So what was happening with this, similar to the forward 4, is that he'll do this and leaves him at exactly the same frame data, but this time he's right next to you as well. So it works in a similar way. He'll do, if he hits you with if you block the 4-4-4 and you try and press buttons afterwards, he's going to get you with a forward 3, or he can get you with a down 4, or it leaves him at massive advantage basically. So just be very careful if you get hit by that. But it looks like, again, potentially there's a big gap in it that you can flawless block. Let's see. You can't down one. It doesn't look like you can flawless block it. Oh, you can. So yeah. So you can flawless block that too. So there seems to be a lot of Shao Kahn strings, which may be another reason why he's not considered a top tier character, even though he's got a lot of range, is because a lot of his main strings have gaps. So you can flawless block that, forward 2-4, you can flawless block 4-4. But yeah, if he does hit you with it, it's a mid. You can't duck the second hit, and it leaves him at +6. So again, be very, very careful if you do block it, because then it's his turn again. But you can flawless block it because there is a big gap. So you can flawless block forward 4. So let's go through the ones you can actually flawless block. So this one. This one too. I think it's all of these. Yeah, that one you could flawless block. That one you could flawless block. And I think actually interrupt with a standing button, I remember. This one you can flawless block, and this one you can flawless block. So just keep an eye on these strings. Hey, video games. Hey, how you doing, video games? Yeah, I'm just going through. The man himself, ladies and gentlemen, has just popped in. Just as I'm going through the how to punish. I was just basically talking about all the strings that I didn't know about that you were starching me with on Friday, Jordan, like the forward 4-4. I don't know why I thought that the second hit was high. But, yeah, I was getting bopped by that. I got hit with that on my wake up because I was mashing like a scrub. I think I got hit with that one too. But all of these strings have gaps that can be flawless blocked. So, just keep an eye on those. How you doing, video games? How was your weekend, my friend? I saw you, I watched you versus, was it Ninja Killer on the weekend as well? I'm doing fantastically, my friend. Just been itching to get back into the game and do these guides just to get my knowledge base up, man. I was saying as well how you were starching me with a 4-2-1 because I kept trying to backdash. By the way, in case you're confused, I don't know if I've explained this to YouTube, but I'm talking to the guy, VideoGamezYo, who's the guy I've been talking about all video. He's just popped into my chat, so I'm talking to him about our match on Friday. Like I said, give him a follow if you want a really... Oh, I started watching your guide on Shao Kahn too. Your guide is super duper good, man. Yeah, watch his guide. If you want to learn how to play the character, I mean, I know I'm talking to you about how to punish, but if you actually want actual in-depth knowledge from somebody who plays the character, then make sure you check this guy out, because he knows what he is doing. I've been watching a lot of your videos this weekend, actually, my friend. I watched you scrape Katana Prime. You versus Ninja Killer was a heartbreaker. Let's do shoulder charge first. Actually, no, I'll do it in order. So yeah, we've got Merciless Spear. This is a good projectile to trade with because it gets you a knockdown as well each time because the spear goes straight through you. It's a mid as well, so you can't duck it. I mean, it's not a zoning tool, but it's good to trade with, especially if Shao Kahn's got the life lead. You'll see him standing quite far away from you and he'll be trying to trade with you with the spears. I'm a little bit nervous now. I'm a little bit nervous now. I'm going through the guide now that the man himself is sitting in chat. I'm like, oh man, what if what I say is complete? If I say anything that's completely ridiculous, please, Jordan, just hit me up and just let me know. Or if there's something that I don't know that I should be saying. But yeah, then you got Scum Grab. I think it can be used as an anti-air, but mostly it's used in combos. As I said, VideoGamezYo was using it a lot to side switch. So there was one instance where I tried to use a forward 1 with Garrus to get out of the corner, and he hit me with a combo and then side switched me. Hold on, let's take off practice mode. Block. So, oh, that's a bit too far away. Oh, now I'm just panicking. Oh. Oh man. Yeah, there you go. You see? It does a fair amount of damage as a combo ender, and it side switches, so you generally won't see them just doing it randomly in neutral, but because it is an air grab, but yeah, they'll tend to use it as, and they can amplify it as well, just for a bit more damage. Dark Priest is a weird one. This is a buff. So if you see Shao Kahn do it, it's got quite a long startup, 83 frames, so you know, if you're Garrus, you can usually punish that by sand trapping him on reaction or Scorpion Teleport or whatever if you've got a fast full screen special move. But what it does is it makes him power up, and it gives him access to this Crushing Blow off Annihilation, which bounces you in the air, and then, you know, if you're good, you actually hit the combo. Oh really? What do you mean it's not a true mid? You can duck it. Hold on. Video Games has just said to me that the spear isn't a true mid. Is it from close range you can duck it? Oh, so it's a mid full screen. So let's see. AI options. Okay. I've just been told that it's a. Let's see. Block mode off. Oh, lol. Cassie can low pro. Somebody in my chat has just said Cassie can duck it full screen with a low shot. That is effed, man. I didn't know that. That's really sad. So yeah, so if you're up close, I mean, how far away do you have to be? Wow, that is... Wow, even from this far away, you can just straight duck it. That is whack. Alright, so from here, that's when it hits you. That's not fair. Wow, jeez Louise, man. So it's not actually a true mid. So that's good to know. Thank you for that, Jordan. Yeah, so if you think he's going to be chucking spears at you from this far away, you can just straight up duck it. Look. Dang. Why even make it a mid then? They should give you an amplifier where you can chuck two and the second one's a mid. But yeah, so that's not a real mid. I had no idea. Dang. Yeah, but a fan or a fireball is... They're highs. This is... If you look, this is actually a mid. It comes up as a mid. So, why call it a mid if it can be ducked? That's so weird. That's such a weird design choice. But yeah, so Dark Priest buffs him up and gives him a damage buff and access if he hits you with the Annihilation special move. It gives him a crushing blow, so be careful of that. Then you've got this up hammer. Usually, the way that it was used against me on Friday anyway was as a combo string. I mean, when would you really use this, Jordan? Just as a string ender to try and catch people out? Because you can actually trade with it with a down 2. You'll get hit by the falling hammer, but I mean, it's -7 on block anyway, so you can get a punish, but gosh darn it. What am I doing? Is my execution really that bad? Oops, that was a down 2. Wow, I can't even do down back 2. Finally. See, you can actually trade with a down 2. So, if you're fast, you can, I say even if you're fast, you can interrupt it and it trades. So you get hit by the falling part of the hammer, but you can interrupt it. Ooh, and I'm also being told that you can backdash. Let's have a look. Ooh. Oh. Wow. You can actually backdash out of it too. If you're quick. Okay, so yeah, you can down to it. According to VideoGamezYo, he says he uses it mostly to close out rounds. But you can backdash out of it too. So if you're getting pressured by it from a Shao Kahn, you can just straight up reversal backdash. Well, again, if you're not slow like me. Maybe Garrus's backdash is just whack. There you go, finally. So yeah, you can interrupt it with a down 2 and you can trade, so you'll still get hit by the hammer, but you actually take more life off Shao Kahn by down 2ing him. Or, as I've just been told, yeah, it is the video games. I know, just he pops in just as I'm talking about Shao Kahn. Let's see if I can punish it. He said Garrus can punish it, potentially punish it with Sand Trap. I've done it. It didn't say reversal punish, but maybe I'm... Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. So, yep. So you can, if you're Garrus, backdash and reversal punish with sand trap. So that's another cool tool. Thank you very much, VideoGamezYo, for helping me break down your character like this. Not that I'm definitely not going to be able to do this if I play you again, but it'll be good to test. It's good knowledge to know that you can reversal get a full punch. And there's a VideoGamezYo as well in my chat as well. Thank you to him too for letting me know as well. So yeah, that hammer is very punishable, and he can do it at varying ranges as well. So you can do it. I think, does he have a far one as well? My man. Yeah, so he's got two. He can either do it close up or sort of that mid range. And then you've got his shoulder charge, which is one of his like classic design moves. Back forward 3, sorry, which he can amplify. So be careful. As Garrus, which was confirmed to me by VideoGamezYo himself, if you sand trap from this far away, this is a reversal punish every time. So just be careful. If you're whiffing moves, slow moves, especially if you're playing him, he will whiff punish the crap out of you with the shoulder. You can confirm it off the jump in for big damage. So yeah, it is super punishable though. So minus 20 on block. So if you block it, it's similar to Nomad. It's similar to Cabal's Nomad dash. You know, a very fast, long distance dash move that can get him big damage. But if you block it, you can get a full punish. All right, catch in a bit. Yeah, I mean, VideoGamezYo he is the Shao Kahn, man. Are you looking forward to versus fighting on Friday? Do you think you're ready after your performance on Friday? I would say yes. And watching you play online this weekend. Does it go full screen? I'm just asking chat. Does shoulder go full screen? I don't think it does. No. So it covers about half the screen. So if you're about here, yeah, you can only amplify it on hit as well. So still, it's quite a far distance, but not quite full screen. But yeah, very fast for a very fast whiff punish if the Shao Kahns are ready. And then his last moves: Annihilation, Hammer Lunge. So Annihilation is this sort of command hit grab thing, as I said to you before. Usually it's used as a combo ender, or if he does have the Dark Priest buff active, it does bounce you up in the air for a full combo. I'll show you. Get you off block. Random combo. So what I was getting done by was that. So if you down one it, and then if you're trying pressing buttons afterwards, you get hit. As I said, if the Dark Priest buff is active, it bounces you up in the air. And then he gets, well, if you're not rubbish, you get a full combo afterwards. So if they do tend to do it randomly in neutral, or you do block it after a down one, it is unsafe. Let me check how unsafe. Minus 20. So the same as the shoulder, you can super punish it. But you can amplify it as well for a bit more damage. But yeah, so if you read the down one into the down back 3, the Annihilation, and you block it, you can get a full punish. Hammer Lunge is a good move for Shao Kahn. It's only minus 7, yeah, which is punishable with a down 1 from Garrus, but you have to be very careful, because not only is it an overhead, so you have to block it high. What I got hit by was... Ooh, secondary. Dude, if you play half as well as you did on Friday, then you'll go really... I'm just really gutted I'm going to miss it, because I want to cheer you on so hard. I'm going to be on holiday, but if I can catch any of it, just know that I'm cheering the crap out of you. Yeah, this Hammer Lunge is super... It's a super... I mean, it goes really... I think it goes... You can see it goes almost full screen. Or does it go full screen? Yeah, it goes miles away, so just be careful. I saw him catch... I saw Yo Video... I keep calling him Yo Video Games because Maximilian. I saw VideoGamezYo against Katana Prime, catching him out, pressing buttons from too far away. He actually punished a glow with this, so just be careful. If you're doing moves that require high activation, be careful, because Shao Kahn's going to come at you with this hammer from miles away. As I said, it's an overhead, and scarily enough as well, which I got hit by the other day, is that he can amplify it on block too. So if he amplifies it on block, it's minus 19, as you see, it's super punishable, but he can delay it quite a lot before he amplifies it as well. So if he thinks you're going to press like a down button or something to try and punish or grab, you will get caught out by the amplification, which I did get caught out on Friday. So be careful, because like I said, overhead, big range, and he can amplify it on block. So and then lastly, or is that it? No, that's it. And then it's just his fatal blow. But his fatal blow, even though I got hit by it, is one of the slowest in the game. So it's just a normal mid fatal blow, sort of like Sub-Zero's. Out of curiosity, Jordan, why do you play Risen Emperor and not? See, I don't even know what the other one's called. Yeah, not True Khan. Why would you play? Now that I've got you in chat, why would you play Risen Emperor and not True Khan? What's the benefit? Your Jax is pretty clean as well against Foxy. Sorry, I'm just asking while I've got him in chat. I've always been curious why you would choose this. I mean, I guess Annihilation is just too good to have as a combo ender. There's Scum Grab in this one too, actually. Specific to this one. No. Annihilation is. Yeah, so Nick, the competition on Friday is called Versus Fighting. It's the biggest European Mortal Kombat major. Okay, so this is according to the man himself. I asked VideoGamezYo why he chooses this one instead of True Khan, this variation. He said the taunt is really bad and practically unusable. Annihilation is just a great move for cashing out damage and you get the crushing blow. Yeah, that's what I thought. Annihilation is just a really good combo ender. So, I mean, you'd only really use the taunt as a taunt, wouldn't you? Let's just take a quick look at it. Because I've only ever fought one guy who did it on me, and I just got full combo punishes every single time. I didn't really know. He was only really using it to be a dick. So, I was just thinking. Let's have a look. I don't even know how to do it. Special moves. See, there's ground. What even is that? Oh! Yeah, I get hit by that. I did get hit by that, actually. Which is... Wait, the follow-up is a low too. Wow, I thought it was... No wonder I got hit by it. But he has Ridicule and Humiliate. It's literally just to troll people, I guess. Oh. So yeah. 110 frames startup. I don't know an instance where you would, maybe if you were absolutely full screen and you were... Can you stack them? Oh, so you can actually... The reason why he has two is because you can stack them. But, again, 111 frame startup. It's not... Yeah, the recovery on it is in... You get 4, 3, 4 crushing blow. Oh, really? What is it? I don't even know what that crushing blow does. I've never ever seen that before in my whole life. Oh, with the backbreaker. Okay. Ouch. Wow. Dude, that does a lot of damage though. 370 from a crushing blow. I mean, it doesn't lead to anything, but... Holy shit, when they've got debuffed, it does 400 damage. What happens if they've got both debuffs? Holy shit. So if... so if they have the taunt... If they do manage to taunt you, and you get hit with this, it does 400 damage. So... Yeah, I mean, I guess that's good, but... Yeah, again, it's not better than... It's not better than Annihilation. I mean, 110 frame startup. You might as well put the controller down and go make a cup of tea. But yeah, that's it for my Shao Kahn guide. Well, how to punish guide anyway. Thank you very much for watching, and it was amazing. Thank you very much, Jordan, for answering, aka VideoGamezYo, the best Shao Kahn in the world, popped into the stream as I was doing the Shao Kahn guide, so that was practical. Thank you for asking questions, and for the rest of my chat for helping out as well. But yeah, if you like this video, please check out my other videos, how to punish. I've done most of the cast now. I think I'm going to finish the rest of the characters soon. When the DLC comes out, I'll definitely have that ready as well. All the DLC characters I'll do guides for. Come check me out on my stream, which is what I'm recording this on right now. Sodium Gym on Twitch. Hit me up on Twitter, Sodium Gym. You're on my YouTube, Sodium Gym. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for the rest of How to Punish guides or hype and Combat League highlights or anything like that. If you're interested in, please check out the rest of my YouTube. And always remember to stay salty. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.